here's my thing, though.
Boy, did I open a can of worms.
Yeah,
Ooh,
Randy.
wow. Welcome.
Smoking Marlboros.
I'm Darren Worth.
I'm the fabulous Randy Twyford, thank you.
And I'm Emma Derflinger, and this is episode 140.
Yeah, Randy's got a little flame this morning. He said.
A little flame in it. It's kind of like I've smoked a pack of Marlboros already, non-filters this morning.
That's the one thing that we always give Emma. One thing we always do to get a rise out of Emma as the countdown is happening for this podcast to start. Randy and I start clearing our throats, and sometimes it moves over into when we're starting. And
I was going to say, I'm sure they know. Because I don't edit the beginning. I just say, you know what? If I have to hear this, so does everybody else.
Speaking of smoking Marlboros, we got a cat we call him Mellow Yellow, a yellow cat. And his meow smell, Marla says his meow sounds like he's been smoking 2 packs of Marlboros a day. You know, we could go about 7 different ways with that if we wanted to, but we won't.
you don't want to?
No.
Since when?
Well, look,
You shouldn't. But
I'm being new Randy being conservative.
you.
It's not a new year.
And I
I'm
mean, by the
getting
time
primed.
I guess no, not even by the time this episode comes out, it won't be.
This will be our New Year's Eve edition.
Yeah. But
Yeah, okay.
yeah, not that that matters. You guys got
So
any
how
New
was your
Year's
trip to
resolutions?
Texas, Emma?
It was good. It was good.
Did they win or lose?
They won. My
Oh,
brother
good.
won.
Congratulations.
So he's a national champion. NAIA. It was a pretty good game. It was fun to watch. We were at a high school stadium in Texas.
Which was probably like a pro stadium.
Yeah, which was insane. I was like, this is the most surreal. Like, playing football there would be an experience in itself. But it was good. Yeah, good game. Carter did dislocate his shoulder twice, but it's kind of his new thing. So
Yeah, just pop it in, go again.
Yep,
They're
pop
used
it
to
in and go. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. He wasn't feeling so hot the next morning, but
I bet he wasn't.
Well, he showed
Partied
the way
a
you
little.
guys were fucking drinking. I saw some video that seemed like you were drinking.
I was a little bit one night. The only night I was there, I guess. But they were drinking heavily. It was like it's weird because Carter has won a lot of like high school titles and stuff over the years. And nobody, like, now that he's in college, they win this big title game, and people are just handing him beers left and right to like celebrate and like buying him shots and stuff. It was weird to experience because like he's old enough for that now, and it's like, are you like, I don't know if you need that many, but it's fun.
Emma was being the mom.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Sure sounds like it.
Well, I mean, if they were buying him buckets, he'd only been there he wasn't even there that long.
He's a college kid.
I know.
That's how you drink beer, is by the bucket.
By the bucket.
And
yeah.
he regretted it the next morning.
Surprised they even have bottles in the bucket. Surprised they didn't say, here's the bucket, put it underneath the tap, so I got something to drink out of.
Fill her up.
Yeah, he did regret that decision the next morning.
Sure, we all do.
For the, 11-hour bus ride home with however many guys. But no, it was good. It was good. It was a fun trip. It was crazy, and I don't think I'll ever do Texas. I'll never drive down to Texas for a night, essentially, ever again.
Oh, you drove? I thought you flew.
No, we drove. My sister and I drove through the night, Friday night. Got there at 2:30 Saturday morning, and we're up by 6:45 to go to breakfast.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. And then left the next morning at about 6:30. So, not my favorite way to do that, but it's fun.
How far down in Texas did you go?
Fort Worth.
Fort
So,
Worth? Okay.
yeah, not too
Not
terribly
too
far.
bad.
Probably just 10 hours, right?
Yeah, 10 and a half.
Yeah, yeah.
The traffic there is still fucking nuts. Not my speed.
Traffic in every suburban area is fucking nuts.
Completely. Yeah, exactly.
Well, there's just
Which, this weekend's going to be one of the biggest. I got to change subject a second before I forget it.
Okay.
Have you ever noticed on TV, on the news, every holiday is the most traveled holiday of the year? How does that happen?
Well, for
You ever
starters,
think about that?
I don't watch the news.
I don't
On
watch
Thursday.
the news either.
Well, I'm telling you, that's what's going on. Like,
Okay.
they'll start the
trying-
week before Thanksgiving, and they'll go, this holiday, Wednesday is going to be the highest traffic day of the year.
Is gonna be or was?
It's going to be.
Okay, well they're just trying to be dramatic then.
And then they're just saying now, don't travel on this Sunday, because it's going to be the highest amount of travelers of the year. It's like, make up your mind. Quit pulling these fucking shenanigans. Decide on one of them and go with it.
I think
Just
it's
trying
just
to get clicks.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think it's just the writer's room.
Okay. Just one thing that just irritates me a little bit. So, as you can tell, it doesn't take much.
I can, yeah, say, but I think you just, I mean, I could believe it because people are starting to it's easier, I guess.
And it's cheaper
in a
to travel
sense.
because gas is so
Yeah.
cheap.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I went to fill up the truck the other day, and it kicked off at like $52. And I was empty. I kicked off at $52, and I'm like, oh, this fucker must have kicked off early, and I go to squeeze it and fucking spew gas all over the fucking place because
Sure.
I was trying to fit more in than it would take. I'm like, well, this
Yeah.
son of a bitch is easily going to take 75 or $80.
Normally.
You talk about, I was thinking about that last night. You talk about one way to decrease cost for families, right? And everybody talks about affordability and whatever. We won't get into politics, but you talk about that's huge. I mean, take
yeah.
just a normal family that fills up their car, it has two cars and fills it up twice a week. That's $50 in the pocket.
Right.
Just
Right.
going from $3 to $2 a gallon. I noticed there was some last night. It was I came by one now. I think it was E88. Maybe it was unleaded 88 or whatever. It was $1.78, $1.88,
Mm-hmm.
and regular unleaded was $1.95, I think.
Yeah, we're under two.
There comes, yeah, and so there comes a point. It's like, hey, that's even almost a little. It's weird to say it's a little low. Just give us a fucking price of fuel that we should expect to pay, and take out the volatility out of it, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Save money
Come to
somewhere
Illinois,
else.
you can get over that.
Well,
That'd be too
but
easy.
265. That's a bargain in Illinois. California is
For
probably
Illinois,
still
yeah.
California is probably still $5.
Right.
I'm gonna look. Oops.
Look, you're gonna do that research.
Yeah, it's my job here.
Oh.
Is it
So
not?
how was the holidays for there at the restaurant? Does it slow down a little bit before Christmas, Darren, or is it goes pretty strong still? Or?
No, it does not slow down. It does not slow down for
We don't
1
have-
second.
Yeah, they don't know what a slow season is.
It was, especially this year, with Christmas being on a Thursday, a
Correct.
Oh
lot of
God.
people get Wednesday. I think there was a lot of vacationers because we were throwing up huge numbers Monday and Tuesday during the day.
You say.
Well, yeah, we were throwing up. I mean, we were throwing up weekend numbers, normal weekend numbers.
Uh huh.
32,000 a day. We were throwing up big numbers during Monday and Tuesday. Now, Wednesday, we were only opened and we had little shenanigans going on here. Sherry
Uh
says,
oh.
yeah. So we kind of, and they listened, so they know because Sherry's already gave them hell, but it didn't really matter. But when it was time to put out the holiday hours, I'm like, hey, we need to get the holiday hours. Let's get it over to the social media company, da, 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 da. Okay, so somebody asked me, what time you open till? And I'm like, I don't know. Here, let me look on Facebook because that's how owners find out about what's going on in your business. You look up on Facebook and find out, right?
Sure.
And so I look up and it says we're open from 10:30 to 2 on Wednesday. And I'm like, wow, that's weird. I thought we usually were open till 3. And so I'm like, hey, Shayla, where it says 10:30 to 2. I thought we were open 10:30 to 3. I thought we did 2 last year. I'm like, well, I don't know. I always thought we were 3 o'clock. And then Sherry comes in and is like, why aren't we open till 3? And I'm like, I just empowered them to make decisions. And they empowered themselves to close an hour early.
Yikes.
That was fine. It was fine. It didn't matter. It was actually kind of nice. I was a little worried that, during Thanksgiving, we did like 400 and I'm just estimate 450 or 470 orders the
Uh
day
huh.
before Thanksgiving.
Correct.
Well, Christmas was kind of weird because normally we have this back room that we set up mass distribution. So we've got sliding door Coke coolers that we leave back there year round, and then a garage door comes down in front of them in front of our banquet room. And so for those days, we reserve off the banquet room and we have this whole table layout and we raise the garage drawers and we fill those coolers full of side dishes and turkeys and hams and whatever. And
Correct.
then we replenish out of our outside walk-in cooler.
Okay.
We got one person. That's all they do is replenish, because we do everything in third pans.
Uh huh.
Uh huh.
Because if we're serving a half gallon, we figured half pans don't thinking about the customer, don't give them enough room in their oven.
Well,
So
you're
we
right
do
there.
everything in third pan. So like they get mashed potatoes and gravy and their other side dish all in third pans. Plus it allows us to fit it really nice in a box, put a piece of
Sure.
cardboard across the top, and then we can put their turkey or ham on top in front of it. And their dinner rolls and all that stuff for their packages. So anyway, um, we come up and all of a sudden we had to open the room on Tuesday because we had like 87 orders that went out Tuesday.
Really?
And so we had to staff people back in the room because we're like 87 is just too much to run through our carryout counter.
Yeah.
Right.
But then on Wednesday we were open there again. And so we did another, what was it? 170, 180 orders, which was, of course, our Christmas one isn't near what our Thanksgiving one is.
Right.
Right.
Just because I think people do a lot of different things at Christmas. Thanksgiving's traditional big meal. Christmas sometimes involves breakfast. Christmas sometimes involves soups, you know,
Yeah.
appetizer, all that kind of different things. So, not as many people do traditional. A lot of people do prime rib, which we quit doing.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't want to fuck with it. And so, and it's way too expensive. So, I think that cut down a lot of that Christmas business. But still, I was worried here. You're staring at 170 orders, 180 orders, and you have to knock it out in about 4 hours,
Sure.
3.5, 4 hours, being open till 2. But it was pretty efficient. I really didn't even go back in the room during distribution at all. I mean, I went
Right.
back towards the end, but I was running around doing something. I don't know, trying to put out some other
Speaking
fire.
speaking of prime ribs, brought back to my memory. I was up at a meat market on last Saturday, and they were packed. Of course, people picking up stuff and getting stuff for the holiday, and even on Saturday. And was that Saturday or Saturday? I think Saturday or Monday. I was there 2 days. And anyway, there was a guy in front of me at the meat market. And he picked up 2 prime ribs. So we're in the checkout line, which was massive, and we start idle chit chatting and stuff. And he'd got 2 prime ribs. He's going to his daughter's in Connecticut, blah blah blah, and taking them out there. And I said, I guess I'm being nosy, but what'd you pay for them? $22 a pound.
Ooh.
$22 a pound.
Okay, for somebody who
Wow.
doesn't buy
And the
meat,
2 prime ribs altogether was $360 something.
that is a lot of money.
Yeah, I mean, I think the going market this year, from what I could see, was about $16.99.
That
Was
sounds more
kind
like
of
it.
where that's kind of where almost everybody was. Now that market used to be $13.99
Right.
last year, but $16.99 seemed to be about where the market was.
Now these were all trimmed and everything and tied, and
Well, so
and they might have been
so
seasoned.
yeah,
They were froze because he wanted them froze so he could just put them in the cooler for the drive to Connecticut. But he said it would be cheaper to, and he knew what he was getting here, and it'd be less expensive here.
than buying it on the
Buy,
East Coast.
buying them at Whole Foods in Connecticut or something,
I believe that.
And they were driving, so.
Huh?
And he said he knew what he was getting, so.
Yeah, interesting. Emma, you got a
And
cold.
huh?
No, I was just.
I think Emma's got a cold. She's
I
always
was
got
just.
a cold. I think she needs to lick more doorknobs.
Oh,
What?
yeah. Get her immunity
need-
level up.
Get immunity. See, Randy knows what that's
I
talking
don't.
about.
Yeah.
People talk about. I'm like, people are like sniffling all the time. I'm like, you need to lick more doorknobs.
Yeah.
I just sniffle. I don't know what you want from me. It's just in the morning. Just when I wake up. I've only been up for like an hour, so for the first
We went
hour or
out to
two
eat.
of my day.
We went out to eat last night, and when I got up this morning, Marla was sitting in the chair, the recliner.
Yeah.
I said, "What's wrong?" She got up about 2:00 and had the hives,
Oh,
just itching all over. And the
she had an
hives.
allergic reaction?
Well, now let me tell you the rest of the story, Paul Harvey.
Oh,
I get
okay.
last night before I went to bed. I come down with a sore throat, and it's a real deep sore throat. It's like something's choking me in my throat, and I still have it today. And I'm just
Did you
wondering
have
if
an allergic reaction?
that's what I'm thinking. There's something we ate that we've had an allergic reaction to.
Where'd
It'd
you
be
go?
weird for you both to.
What kind of
Huh?
restaurant? You don't have to call out the restaurant. What kind of restaurant?
Chinese hog trough.
Well, yeah, because you fucking got too overloaded on MSG.
Yeah.
You think?
MSG does that to me. If I eat at a Chinese restaurant, my throat starts to fucking swell shut.
Really?
If I get
That's
too much
exactly
MSG.
what mine's doing.
Did you say
So you think
Emma?
it's-
I think you meant MSG does that to you. You said Emma does that to you. I don't do
No,
shit.
MSG. Emma
Um,
just makes my head hurt.
Yeah, that's fair.
Ooh.
You're not the only
Cabango.
one.
Nah,
You're
just
not
kidding.
the only one.
Just kidding. But
So-
no, I'm sure you got a good old extra dose of MSG.
Yeah.
I'll be damned.
Yeah,
Never
it,
did
it
that.
does it. It does it to me when I get too much. That's why I don't eat.
The
That's why I make
hives-
my own
If
Chinese.
she still has, I mean,
She's
if she
kind of
still
over
has
the
hives,
hives today.
okay.
She's
Yeah,
kinda
Yeah,
over
then
them
yeah.
this morning.
Give her some
I was gonna
Benadryl.
say.
Get out of it.
Yeah, she'll
In
be
the-
all right.
But you think it's the MSG? I never thought about that. That's probably so.
Maybe.
I'm not sure her hives were, but I think your
Yeah.
throat probably is because that's what mine is.
It almost chokes you down.
Well, that's why I don't go. Usually, I make my own Chinese at home. I don't go really
Right.
out.
right?
Ooh, big shot. Not all of us
Well,
can make our own
no.
Chinese.
What do you mean? Chinese is like the easiest thing in the world to make.
Well, some of us don't want to make it. I'd rather have somebody else make it.
Well, then
Like my
have your
chicken
throat
Get
fried.
swollen.
choked down. Get choked down.
Well, I go to like white people Chinese, aka high V Chinese, so like, I mean, MSG for sure, but also it's like just eating chicken, fried chicken. So
White people Chinese.
yeah, that is what it is. It not?
Yeah.
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 Thank you.
We were authentic.
You were authentic.
That's
Yeah, a little window in the back wall that they pass the food in and out of, and you don't dare see in the back.
Oh
You
my
know.
God.
okay.
Christmas Day, I was, because who wants to sit around with relatives on Christmas Day? So I went and did a tour of the restaurants to make sure everything was operating well.
Right.
So I went up to the chicken restaurant because one of my menu items, I didn't have all the ingredients, but I knew it was at the chicken. So I drove past the China buffet
Hog
on
trough.
Christmas Day.
Yeah.
They were fucking lined out the door.
Were they really?
It would have been about 1:30 in the afternoon. They were lined out the door.
Well,
I'll
not
be
many
damned.
people were open anyway, so
Right. And so I wonder how much of that comes from watching the Christmas Story.
Oh, there's a lot of it.
oh, that's a great
There's a lot of it.
movie. That is a
There's a lot.
fantastic movie.
Never
Yeah.
watched it this year.
What? I didn't watch it this year either.
Might watch it today.
Me too. Well, actually,
No,
I'll
I'm
probably
not.
watch it New Year's Eve
you
because we're
won't.
doing like our family Christmas then. But
I'm not watching it today. Not a chance.
You don't watch-
I did watch 2 Netflix shows on with three.
Stranger Things?
I fell asleep. We're watching The Resident, and I only watch it on the plane, right?
The Resident.
So-
Now, what's that about?
It's a bunch of smut in the
doctors.
hospital. No, it's doctors. It's a doctor show. It's really good.
Resident.
Series.
oh no, you were
Resident.
right. A bunch of smut in a hospital.
Yeah, I mean
Okay.
everybody's fucking each other, and
It's like Grey's
it's just
Anatomy,
normal.
but Netflix.
It's like
is
Grey's
version.
Anatomy, but better.
Netflix, you say?
Yeah, Netflix, The Resident. So
Okay. Put that one down.
I'm starting to. Oh, look! I just got a reminder. You see?
What does it say?
It says Florida tomorrow.
Ah,
I love that.
just when cold weather starts to set in.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Florida too, by the way. But anyway,
really?
yeah, what were we
Haha,
talking about?
suck it.
So we watched The Resident. So I never watch TV at home ever, right?
Okay.
And
Yeah.
so I go to download. We got new iPads for Christmas. That was Sherry and I. We got new iPads and AirPods. New AirPods, if you haven't upgraded your AirPod 3s, well, they have 4s too, but the AirPod 3s are like Bose in your ears. I mean,
I'll be damned.
amazing. I've had them in a couple times. Amazing. But anyway, so I'm setting up this new iPad, which, by the way, Apple is amazing at,
Yeah.
hey, I've got a new iPad. Oh, here, just turn them both on, set them next to each other, and come back a little while later, and it will transfer all the data.
Right.
I'm going to ask you about 5 questions. Crazy. But anyway, so I set up. Well, I go to download The Resident because I've only got about 9 more episodes left. And it says you couldn't upload because it's reached its maximum upload for the year.
Your
Downloads
Netflix?
for the year. My Netflix. So I research it. Some titles you can only download so many episodes, not because of your storage, but you can only download it. Well, with Sherry and I on the same account, and we're actually watching the same show, we've exceeded our limit. So now we have to wait until the end of the year to start downloading this again.
Well, at least you
Oh,
only
they
have to
did.
wait a couple of days.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, yeah, but so she's like, fuck it, I'm just going to watch it on TV. And I said, okay, I'll watch it with you on TV. And I watched 2 episodes. And then the third, she's like, wow, you're doing good. You haven't fallen asleep. And I'm like, because I normally just don't sit down, you know?
Yeah.
So I sit down. I'm like watching 2 episodes. I'm like, yeah, no, everything's great. And I'm cooking chicken wings outside.
You're bouncing.
So I'm bouncing. I'm like, hey, pause. Go out, do the chicken wings, come back, whatever, eat dinner, and then all of a sudden hit go again. And then the third episode, she's like, hey, you gonna wake up? You missed that whole episode.
Oh
I'm like,
boy.
oops. That's why I don't watch it on TV. But anyway,
Do you guys
it's
watch? Well, not you, Darren, because you don't watch TV. Randy, do you watch Stranger Things?
What?
Then okay, never mind. You would know.
No, I don't. I watched the first. We finally watched a movie on.
what he watches Fox News.
Right.
No, yeah, that's
I
what
knew
it's on.
that.
But we went to watch the movie called The Accountant 2.
Yeah,
That was
Mm-hmm.
good.
yeah. I'm trying to think if I watched The Accountant 2 or just Accountant 1.
I watched The Accountant 1, and I said the 1 was good. So we watched 2, and it was very good.
I have a really bad
Yeah.
memory about shit like that, so I got to figure out if
Okay.
I've watched The Accountant 2 or not.
It's a good
So
film.
the
'Cause that would
accountant
be a
two came
nice-
out. The accountant 2 came out like this year, didn't it?
Yeah, I just never
Yeah.
know, because like on
So did you watch?
Netflix, it'd be on the plane. So once in a while, Netflix they auto download titles I might like,
Uh-huh.
Huh.
and I could have sworn that I watched, and I'm not sure if I watched 2 or not. My memory's just horrible.
Well, I joined the crowd.
But then again, I just don't like to remember shit because I'm a strong believer of this is nothing but disk space up here.
I
And
agree.
if you tie it up with worthless, meaningless stuff, then there's no room to store new stuff.
I would
Okay.
agree. I'd agree.
So I clear my cache quite often.
Good. Nothing wrong with clearing your cache every now and then. Just kind of keep
Gotta clear
everything
your
cleared
cache.
up. Speaking of clearing your cache, when's your next barbecue contest?
Next barbecue contest. So we're on our way to Florida. I got to look at the calendar. Today's Saturday, December 27th.
Yep.
So we are heading to Florida tomorrow
Right.
for a couple weeks. And so the 9th and 10th, I'll be in St. Augustine, Florida, which is clear up in North Florida.
I was going to say, that's up north, isn't it?
Yeah, it's about a 5-hour. Well, they say it's a 5-hour drive, which means it'll be about 10 with all the snowbirders.
Right. Everybody looking over at the ocean.
Because you got to go through Orlando.
Oh, boy.
Oh boy.
I can only imagine.
Oh yeah. Luckily, I'm going by myself. So yeah, I'm going to the Jimmy Jam.
Jimmy Jam.
Jimmy Jam. I think Craig Kimmel is going to come from Firehouse. Is going to come hang out because he
Okay.
lives just south of there.
Yeah, that's
So
true. That's
I
true.
reached out to him and said, "Hey, I'm going to be up there," and because we were talking about something else, and he's like, "Hey, I may come up there and hang out and cook with you or whatever."
Yeah.
So, going to be an interesting. Have you seen the new Outlaw Ringos?
Is that
Randy?
the barrel smokers?
The barrel smokers that Outlaw smokers come out with?
With the foot stand on it that opens it
Yep,
and stuff like
yep,
that. I
yep.
was going to ask you about that. I've got a gateway drum, but I only got one of them, and I was you were talking about them the other day. Why should a fellow buy one of those?
Well, and I didn't buy them. I made Jeff from Shiggin' and Grinnin'. He wanted some grills for Florida, and he really wants to cook on my Jambo. Is really what he wants.
Uh-huh.
So I kind of hold it again, and he's like, hey, well, of course, he was at the Jack, and he had never met Jay with Outlaw, and Jay LaBello at Outlaw, or Jay, it is, did I get that right? Is that his last name? There's 2 Jays. Anyway, just a hell of a guy, right?
Real nice guy.
Real nice guy, and very creative, right?
Uh-huh.
Very, very creative. Got a hell of a metal shop, whatever. Now, I've always been a Jambo guy, right?
Right.
Not
Right.
necessarily been an outlaw guy. I'm a Jambo guy at heart.
Mm-hmm.
But
Always have been.
one thing one thing Jamie Gear would never do was customize. And so, like, I went to Jamie years ago and said, "Hey, why don't you build me?" He's built me 7 or 8 pits, but I said, "Why don't you make me one?" Because a Jambo is 105 inches from end to end,
Okay.
from the stack to the boiler door handle.
Okay.
Well, as
Okay.
we know, trailers are 102 inches wide,
And how wide is how wide did
DO2,
you say he is?
105.
Oh.
So something's going to hang over. So some people hang the stack over. I've always hung the handle over, so on the driver's side, I could look back and I could see that handle there.
Right.
And it wouldn't go anywhere because it was bolted down, but nonetheless. So I've always hung it that way. And that way you could get the stack up through the roof. And I said, "Hey, Jamie, let's cut some inches off of this. Why don't you cut me 6 inches out of the center of this thing so that we can get down and I can fit it within the confines of the trailer." And then if you
Right.
did that, then you had the ability to do like bat wings and bring the bat wings down and close and totally enclose it so your cooking area wouldn't get dirty going down the road. And the
You're saying
Jambo didn't get filthy.
bat wings as fold down doors.
On the trailer, right?
Okay. All right. All right. Just making sure everybody understood.
Well, so Jay has done a great job of customizing stuff like that. Jamie never would. He was never gonna. Even though it would have been pretty simple for him to do. Just here's your pipe. Just cut the damn pipe off 6 inches and weld it all back together. But he would never ever do that. But Jay has done that, right?
Uh-huh.
So anyway, so we're at the Jack, and Jeff becomes friends with Jay. They become drinking buddies.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
And which led into, I think this might have been Thursday night at the Jack, led into, come on, just one more. Just one more. And I think a bottle and a half later of high proof whiskey, Jeff comes over weary eyed and said, "Yeah, I bought 2 drums." Because they have this bromance going on.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, sure.
As one
And
does.
so he's like, "I'm going to send him to Florida." So Jeff, they made these drums and they shipped them to my house in Florida because that's where I was. So they shipped 2 drums, and I said, "Hey, if we're going to have drums down here, we need some sort of carrier that we can fit in a receiver hitch to take these 2 drums." Now, these drums, the beauty of these drums are all aluminum.
Give us the features and benefits of the new outlaw drum.
So it's all aluminum. So without the fire basket and grates in it, weighs 35 or 40 pounds, something like that.
Okay.
Very
wow.
light, very light,
Yeah.
with none of the guts on the inside. It's been tested up to high degrees. People like, "You're going to melt that sumbitch," but it's not. It's got a clean out drain in the bottom, so you don't have to wash out your drum and turn it over to get the shit out of it.
Right.
But the beauty of it is he built it octagonal.
I've noticed
So
that.
same size grate, but you can fit a full size steam table pan or 2 half pans in it without bending them. Now, you've
Okay.
never been
Oh,
able
wow.
to do that on a gateway drum. You've always had to bend the corners on all your pans. Well, if you bend the corners, it doesn't seal as well, and
Right.
da 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 da. So this has the ability to put a full size pan on it, which is
Right.
a huge advantage. He put a custom step pedal on it that when
Yeah,
you
I
get
like
your
that.
hands full, you can. It's
Yeah, I
like
like
the
that.
I say it's like the doctor's office wastebasket.
Right. Right.
You step on it, and when he's got the proctology glove, Randy, and then
Yeah.
he
Oh,
just
yeah.
rips
Yeah.
off his glove, then he can just
Yeah.
Well,
right.
no.
He can lift it up. So it's got that. It's got one vent on it, one vent versus 2 vents.
Now, where's the
Anyway,
vent at on it?
on the front.
You
It's
say?
right on the front. It's right on the front.
Do you like that or not? Or
Oh,
does
I
it
think
really
that's
make any
fine.
difference?
No, I think that's fine. I think that's fine. The one thing I like about it is it's on the front. On the sides, it seems like the Jambo. Every time I walk by my gateway drum, sometimes I'll hit the vent and not even know I hit the vent. Now you're supposed to turn the vents in so you don't hit them, but I don't always do that.
Right.
So sometimes you hit it and all of a sudden you're like, why is oh shit, I shut my vent and I didn't mean to because I walked by and brushed it.
Right.
I think this would prevent that.
You don't think it'll be in the way?
No, it only hangs out like an inch.
Okay.
And it's actually right underneath the thermometer dial.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't know. Lots of thought. It's really cool. I got the first one delivered in Florida. They shipped both of them together. One of them showed up right before I left Florida, so I put it in the garage. The other one showed up a week later. Both shipped on the same truck out of Indiana.
Huh.
Huh.
But
Is
that's
that
how
where he's at?
distribute.
Is Indiana?
Yeah, we're in Indiana.
Okay.
That's how things work. But I mean, pricey. Yes, standard base. I think $1,800.
Wow.
But I don't know. I mean, I'm excited. So he built us a custom carrier
Okay.
that they both sit up on. You put the receiver hitch in, they both sit up, and then they sit down into a holder, and then you put a strap over the top to tie them down
Okay.
to go down the road. You even put lights on the back where you can hook it up into your light system. They even put a
I'll
license
be
plate
damned.
holder. Yeah, that if you want to, which I'm not sure anybody's going to, in some states, somebody talked about in Oklahoma, if it was hanging out there, they were going to catch it by not being able to see the license plate on your truck.
Uh-huh.
Well, he put a license plate holder on the back so you could take the plate off your truck and move it back
I
I'll
was
be
while
gonna
damned.
hauling it
say
if you want.
yours is on. Whew, I feel
Yeah.
like that's what yours is, isn't it? Well, maybe
What?
not. Your license plate? I disregard what
Uh,
I just said.
yeah. Go back
Never
to
mind.
bed, Anna. Go back to bed,
Yeah.
Emma.
I honestly will as soon as this is done.
She's on the struggle bus.
I am on
So
the
anyway,
Struggle
have yet to light a fire in it, but
Okay.
that's what we will be doing when we as soon as we get to Florida. We'll be lighting fires and
Ooh.
then I'm gonna run the contest on it. I'm gonna take both of them up and go throw it on the back of the Bronco, and off I go to St. Augustine.
It'll be interesting to hear how you like them.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited about cooking on them. You know, I always like something new and different,
Sure.
and so yeah, it's going to be interesting. Um, Going into stiff competition, everybody and their brother's going to be there, you know, and there's some of them boys in Florida are on heaters.
Right.
Tillman Brothers, he's on a heater. He is on a heater. So we'll see if we can't cool him down. Not sure we can cool him down, but maybe he'll let us have like third or fourth or something like that.
There you go.
Maybe. I've got kind of a new resolution for this year.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I need you guys to hold me to it.
All right.
Oh shit. Okay.
I'm kind of reviewing last year, and I cooked probably 950 barbecue recipes.
You should be only cooking like one.
I'm going to cook one. I'm
There you
going
go.
to pick a recipe, and I'm going to cook the son of a bitch, whether it scores or not. And I'm going to do like I used to do. You cannot make any changes until you don't score 4 contests in a row.
That seems fair.
There you
Go
go.
back to the basics, you know? Remind yourself what you were good at.
There you
Yeah.
go. All
I
right.
never
We'll
used
hold
to
it to
change. I never used to change the thing, but then
Yeah.
I got bored.
Well, it's time to go back.
I'm going to get boring.
I wouldn't
Get
call
her
it
down to
boring.
science.
Well, you know, I mean, part of the problem is there's so much influence in the barbecue world that that's why everybody's all over the place, I think, is because you go to like all these classes, people go, and I've never been to these classes, but people go to all these classes.
There's a lot of them out there, isn't there?
And so then all of a sudden they do this way, they do this way, and they start mixing and matching and all this stuff. And here's this conglomeration. And then they've got their own way of doing it. And then if they become successful doing it, then they have their own class.
Yeah, that's what I've
And
kind of
so,
noticed.
so it's just like boom, 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 and now the success level of, it used to be the only people having classes are the ones that won a lot. Now, if you win once, you can have a class. People will go to it.
Right. Yeah, it used to be just a couple, three people would have a class, and back like when we were starting, and not too long after that, Rod and Johnny, and then Dr. Barbecue, of course, the first one,
Yeah.
and that was just about it that I remember of. And now there's, like I said, if they have half a decent season, they're having a class.
Yeah. Yeah. And they have 2 or 3 classes.
Yeah.
So everybody has 2 or 3 classes. And I mean, and I understand. I mean, it's if you can get these guys to buy into it at $600, $700, $800 a class,
Right.
and you can put 20 people in there, that pays for your barbecue season pretty much all in one class.
Right.
Right.
So makes sense.
Makes sense.
And Myron's done it, made a career out of it down there with his barbecue deal.
Yeah. Crazy. And it's amazing, Myron's not much of a competitive guy anymore. I mean, yeah, he still does the Memphis and May circuit, but like KCBS, they don't really, I mean, they do a little bit of it, but they're not in the winner's circle.
No.
But boy, that name, he still drags them in. He still drags them in, and people are like, well, I learned this in Myron's class.
Yeah, and I think there's a lot of corporate stuff that goes into Myron's class. I'd heard somewhere, where
I could imagine that.
Because it's to me it looks, and I've never been to Myron's class. I'd like to go just for the simple reason to experience it. But it looks like it's more of an experience than a class.
Yeah.
What all they do down there, and they've kind of got the facilities built up and kind of going with a down south cooking and stuff like that. I wouldn't mind going to it just to experience how it is. So
yeah, be interesting.
Yeah, and I don't even know what it charges, but I'm sure it's probably not cheap. So
right. So anyway, the barbecue season, we're going to start that first weekend, or the 11th, 10th, 11th, 9th, 10th, whatever, at Jimmy Jam. And then we signed up, and I'll get into why, but we signed up for Bullhead City, Arizona the next weekend. So we're flying back from Florida on Monday, and we'll turn around on Thursday and fly to Vegas and drive down to Bullhead City, which is an hour and a half south of there, down by Laughlin, Nevada.
Right.
So we're going to cook that contest. And then the next weekend, I'm back in Florida solo at Lakeland, Florida.
Okay, that's an old contest.
And then after Lakeland, Florida, I'm probably just going to end up flying directly out of Lakeland straight to. I'm going to fly out of Lakeland straight to San Antonio, Texas. And so Gabe Trevino and I from Smokin' Volts, we're going to cook the San Antonio Rodeo together.
Oh, are you really?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's big.
Yeah. Yeah. We were sitting, I don't know where we were sitting. We were somewhere. And Gabe's like, man, I'd really like to cook San Antonio. And I said, really? Okay, hang on. Let me make a phone call. So, San Antonio has a waiting list to get into. There's whatever.
Right.
Well, our old buddy Carlo Casanova has about 10 spots down there that he sponsors teams. And so I said, hey, Carlo, you got any spots? Yeah, I think so. Hey, hang on. I'm going to call you back here in a day. Calls me back. Yep, you're in.
I'll be damned.
So we're going to go cook San Antonio cook-off.
That'd be fun.
Together. So got to sharpen up our half chickens.
Yeah.
So anyway, but the reason like Bullhead City and Lakeland, Have you heard of the Barbecue World Cup yet?
No.
No.
I think I've heard a little
So,
bit of it.
so I'm on the committee or on the board of whatever for the
Regions.
barbecue for the board. I'm on the board of regents for the Barbecue World Cup and have been for I don't know 4, 5, 6 months.
Okay.
And so there's a brainchild. Scott is out of Las Vegas. Used to be in fundraising for the Las Vegas Raiders
Okay.
and has created the Barbecue World Cup. The Barbecue World Cup is a $1 million prize purse barbecue contest.
Holy
Wow.
shit.
So in spring of 2027, there's going to be 100-team barbecue contest in Las Vegas that pays the winner $1 million.
Holy shit.
Now, Scott went to a bunch of people in the barbecue world that then went to more people in the barbecue world to put together this board of directors, if you will,
Right.
or advisory board, I think I would call it,
Sure.
about how do you design a contest series to lead up and qualify to get a chance to play in this contest.
Okay.
So we've had different committees about how should the contest look, how should the elimination look, what contest should be in it, what should be the rules. I mean, there's been different subcommittees working on this feverishly for quite some time.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I was on the committee to design how the final contest would look.
Okay.
So the final contest, and I was sitting there thinking, we got to make this fair. You can't go to 100-team contest, have one contest, somebody wins $1 million, and somebody hits a bad table,
Right.
right?
Right. I
So,
agree.
how do you never hit a bad table? You have a 25-team contest or a 24-team contest. So
Okay.
we've designed a format that is 4 25-team contests.
Question. Just so
Yes.
I think I know the answer to this, and make sure everybody else understands what you're saying. With a 25-person contest, everybody's going to get the same go. They're going to circle through all
There's
those tables, correct?
right, and this being a case, this will be a KCBS type event. So you will have 4 tables. Okay, so 4 tables. So these 25 teams are going to turn into these judges. These 25 teams. Now the only luck is on what set of judges you're going to be in.
Right.
But on that first day, you're going to take 12 out of the four different mini contests within there.
Right.
You're going to take 12, which is 48 teams. We'll move
Right.
on to day 2.
Okay.
I'm a strong believer that if you're going to play for $1 million, I think it should be a 3-day contest. You should have to cook 3 times to wait out. So first day, 4 25-team contest. Top 12 in each go to the next day. That leaves 2 spots open. To me, you're in Vegas. You just pull 2 wild card teams of the 2 teams that didn't qualify, throw them in and throw them into a simulator and pop up a team name, and those teams get to move on.
Right.
Right? Now, day 2, of course, this is going to have a lot to do with the NFL, and they're going to do a celebrity rib cook-off and whatever. So on day 2, you need the teams that aren't competing. You want them to do a celebrity rib cook-off. So they're going to bring in maybe Kelsey brothers or these football players to come in and do a rib cook-off. Well, what do those people need? They don't know how to cook ribs. So they need a mentor. So these other teams then on day 2
They got eliminated.
Their thing is they stay there and they help cook. They do a contest for rib cook-off. So then now you're down to 50 teams. So now you got 2 25-team contests. Okay, now all of a sudden you're taking the top 12 of each one. So that's 24 teams going into the final. And to me, then you do one more. Now, we haven't all agreed on this on the advisory board, but to me, the final then, you pull one team from the first 2 days that's been eliminated. So it could be somebody that was eliminated on day one
Sure.
gets thrown back in it with a wild card chance to cook the finals.
Right.
But it also keeps all the teams there because you don't want them to be, oh, I'm out.
Fuck you,
Fuck
I'm
it,
leaving.
I'm out of here. You
Right.
don't want them to leave because you want them to do the celebrity rib cook-off. And then on the day 3, people got eliminated. They talked about doing a high school barbecue cook-off and things.
Oh, okay.
So trying to keep a lot of social media around this, trying to keep whatever. So the first 2 qualifiers, the first one that got announced was Bullhead City.
Okay.
So the top 2 teams in Bullhead City will be the first 2 teams that qualify for the World Cup.
So they'll be in the World Cup automatically.
Automatically.
Okay.
Right? Now they have to declare where they're going. There's going to be an entry fee. There's going to be but they will be the first 2 teams. So there's going to be 20 contests in the U.S.
Okay.
that will the top 2 there. Then you'll have the majors like the Jack, the Royal, Houston, the CBA Championship that will get anywhere from 3 to 5 top places will get invited. And then there's 10 international contests that will bring 2 teams each.
Okay.
So, there's one in, I don't know, meat stock in Australia and There's going to be
The one in
10
Switzerland?
contests international. No, that one's not even going anymore, I don't think. But
Ah,
West, yeah. But anyway, so lots of buzz, it kind of got leaked out a little bit, but it's, it's
did
all.
you just give us like insider information that actually wasn't supposed to be shared at all?
No, we're free now to talk about it to build up excitement for it. But
Sure.
and I know which contests are qualifiers, or at
Right.
least there's another team that worked on those, and I know preliminary, and I know
Sure.
Lakeland, Florida is one of them, and it hasn't even been announced yet, but it will be real quick.
Okay.
Like before Monday, or did we just drop some?
We might have dropped some insider intel, but it's fine.
Wow.
It's fine. What's the worst that could happen? Nothing.
Yeah, nothing.
They just
So
cancel
anyway,
us.
that's kind of our.
That's huge.
kind of our.
That's actually pretty exciting.
That's
Yeah,
our
it
mentality. And they also have like KCBS Team of the Year. I think the top 2 or 3, 4 in the KCBS Team of the Year, the top teams in the CBA. They're just trying to get. Is
I
it
think this would
going
be
to
good.
be the bank? But it's going to build a lot of excitement around barbecue. To me, it's the best thing to hit barbecue since the Sam's Club National Championship Tour.
I was gonna say, I
Okay.
feel like this would be a good thing for someone like you who's, just gotten so used to doing all of the other competitions that like you need something a little new, like something fresh to kind of bring back the excitement of like, oh, I get to go to a
Yeah.
big show. Cause
Right.
I mean, you're very, I can't believe I'm going to say this. You're still very humble when you get to go to like the Jack and stuff, but it would be more of a surprise if you weren't there than you getting to go there. Like
Yeah.
this one would be like a whole new experience, I think.
Right.
So
Well, and I
that
think
is
this
kind of
one,
exciting to kind of like reignite the spark.
being on the
More.
advisory board, of course, I want to play in this contest. I want to
Right.
be
Sure.
in this. I want to play for $1 million, right? Just for
Right.
the sake of playing for $1 million,
Sure.
right?
What would you do? What would you do if you won $1 million?
I'd probably donate it away.
Randy?
I don't know what I'd do with it. Pay off a couple bills and then put it in a 401k investment deal. Because I was going to do that when I won. No, I didn't win the lottery. I bought tickets
For the Powerball?
for the Powerball, and I thought about what I was going to do with that part. Even if I took the sucker prize of $1 million, what I was going to do with that. So that didn't happen.
Yeah, I don't know what I'd do with it. I'd give it to my wife and she'd just do something with it
Yeah.
because that's the way money works in our world,
That's fair.
right?
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, that's
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
kind of exciting thing. Now, I think as this proceeds, I mean, there's all kinds of inspiration here. We've talked about, right now there's professional fishing teams. Okay, and this is being modeled a little bit after that. So there's professional fishing teams that people own professional fishing teams and they pay professional fishermen to be
Yeah.
on their teams, right?
Right.
The one of the ideas here is that there is professional barbecue teams.
Right.
So, for instance, let's say they have the Kansas City Smoke, and it's owned by Patrick Mahomes,
Right.
and they have a chicken cook, a rib cook, a whatever, and they do things, barbecue things related, and they might compete against each other, against other NFL teams, but then they also would do things behind the scenes for
Hmm.
these, they would have the Kansas City Smoke would, they'd be the premier barbecue kind of for that team.
Right.
Interesting.
And so they
Yeah.
envision trying to build that and build brands of barbecue people. And so there's,
So
yeah,
like,
it's mind
yeah.
blowing about the thoughts going through into this. It's like trying to figure out how do you get this stuff, because you're coming from the people that do it have the money in the bank. They've
Yeah.
got the money in the bank. They've got the
There you
huge
go.
dollar sponsors in the bank, but they also see it of having this network of barbecue people that all of a sudden, let's say, um, Ziploc bag, who
Mm-hmm.
I'll probably be a shoo-in for Ziploc bag with my sausage post and my
Oh, yeah.
microplastic.
Right.
But anyway, um, let's say Ziploc bag comes and says, "Hey, I want to do a barbecue promotion." They're going to find people. Hey, I'll pay just like any influencer. Hey, I'm going to pay $50,000 for somebody to go out and do some content for Ziploc bag
Right.
or for whatever it is, just changing the game because they're talking high dollar, high visibility thing, and they're trying to create that for competition barbecue.
Well, I think the guy that's putting this whole thing together is brilliant from the fact of getting somebody like yourself and other barbecue teams that are doing a lot of
Yeah.
contests and stuff, getting input from them instead of one guy going, okay, this is the way we're going to do it. Because let's face it, we've seen that happen before, and
Yeah. I agree.
it
Oh,
doesn't
oh
turn out that
yeah.
well.
Oh wow. And it's one of those things because there is a lot of bad ideas. They're not
Yeah.
bad. They're just and I'm like, so one of the ideas was that teams should pay when you go to a contest. I go to Lakeland, Florida. I have to pay $50 as an entry fee,
Oh.
right, to be able to qualify. So if I get in the top two and I paid my $50, I get in. If I don't pay my $50, I don't get in. And I'm like,
Oh,
barbecue's too expensive already. People aren't going to go for that.
uh-uh.
Why don't you get your money on the backside and say, hey, if you qualify, because face it, you got 30 contests or whatever. You're only going to get about 10 teams at each contest. They're going to pay the $50.
Right.
So that's $500, 30. It's not a lot of money. Best case
In the
scenario,
whole,
50, $60,000.
right.
Rather than, hey, if you qualify to pay for the $1,000,000, it's $1,000 entry fee. Okay.
If you want to
Now,
go,
if you want to go, now people say, and that gets people committed
right,
because you don't want people backing out. You don't want to get there and have 82 teams,
right.
Right.
Because that
right?
screws
So
your whole matrix up.
right. So you want people committed into it. And I'm like, hey, let's just do $1,000 entry fee. I'm like, well, that's crazy. I'm like, no, it's not crazy. We paid $2,000 to go to the American Royal. We paid $450 to go to the Jack Daniels.
Right.
Right.
People, if I'm paying for $1,000,000, $1,000 is not a problem. And
Right.
even if somebody qualifies and can't afford the $1,000, now all of a sudden they could start fundraising and blow up.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a chance to play for this $1 million and getting people to help sponsor them for the trip to
Right.
go for the 100,000, which is even better for the World Cup
Yeah.
Yeah.
because it just creates more buzz around it. And now you get some Cinderella stories and you get some, things that, because there's going to be some people there that probably aren't going to have a chance to win, you know. Now you still got to
Hmm.
qualify. So if you're getting grand or reserve in a contest, you probably deserve to be there.
Yeah. I would agree
Right.
with you.
And I think we're going to do I think it's pass downs. I don't quote me on that. But the
Okay.
pass downs, I think, is let's say that there's whoever wins grand already qualified. So then they'll go second down to third at that
Okay.
contest. I believe that's the way it will work. I think that's got to get defined, but it's got to get defined real quick because it's going to happen in a couple weeks.
Right.
Right.
But you're going to hear a lot of buzz about the Barbecue World Cup. You're going to hear a lot of buzz. Christy Vanover kind of not leaked it out, but she kind of announced it and got a huge amount of interest. And the first thing, the haters come out and say, "Where's the money? Show me the money." And
Show me the
so
money.
rather than, and we had to talk about this, is you get one person that leaks it out versus, and if we were to rewind the clock, probably what we would have done is we would have had everybody that's on this committee, which are all very well-known barbecue people that have been in the business a long time, right?
Yeah.
There's 20 of us that are well-known around the country. If we would have all came out with one collaboration video and said, hey, Darren, shoot a 10-second video about it. Hey, so-and-so, shoot a,
Yeah.
shoot a 10-second video and then put out this 2-minute video about it, then all of a sudden now it brings a ton of credibility to it
Right.
because people are very skeptical. And I think that'll
Skeptical.
probably still come. But no, exciting though. It's great for barbecue. It's great for somebody wanting to invest in barbecue because competition barbecue
Yeah.
to me is not dead, but it's all but dead. It's gotten way too expensive, and this just brings a new, fresh light to it. And
I would
Yeah.
is
agree.
it going to be? Are they going to accomplish everything? No. Is everything going to be perfect? No.
No.
But you got to remember, somebody's putting $1 million.
True.
It just creates the excitement in competition barbecue,
Yeah.
and that's what it needs.
Mm-hmm.
Then it'll get these contests that are qualifiers. You won't be, they'll fill up instantly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I've already seen some of them that have learned on the backside that they're qualifiers, and they're increasing their teams that they've allowed into the contest.
Really.
Yeah.
Which is, I think, pretty
And
smart.
some people will read between the lines and figure out who that is. And that's the benefit of listening to Cue the Mic.
Cue the mic.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
get all the insider information that you're not supposed to have.
Oops.
Oops.
It's fine.
Oopsies.
It's all gonna come out here at the beginning of the year anyway. So
Okay.
it's just
Okay.
the timing of
just-
trying to get all this stuff out with the holidays, and that we were trying to work on this committee stuff during the Jack and during the Royal, and it's just impossible to get all these committees together because most of these teams were competing there.
Yeah.
Right.
That makes sense.
So yeah,
Well, that's pretty cool.
Sounds good.
It's exciting.
Sounds good.
Well,
yeah.
do we have anything else?
No.
I don't know. Do we have anything else? That sure went by for not knowing what we were going to talk about. We sure found some
yeah,
shit to
exactly.
talk about.
Some pretty
We always
exciting
do.
stuff.
Emma wants
Yeah.
to go back to
Exciting
bed. I'm going to go cook a brisket at home. I've got an employee that is having a family thing, and she had a brisket from a butcher that she wanted made, but the problem is her family can't have any salt.
Really.
Yeah. So, and this brisket, it wasn't marbled the greatest. So I actually went and I had some tallow, and I actually injected tallow into this brisket. Not sure whether that's going to work, but injected tallow into the brisket and seasoned the crap out of it with garlic powder, onion powder, did some smoked paprika on it, kind of made it, and black
Nice.
pepper. And I'm kind of going to cook this brisket so they have it for their New Year's celebration.
There you
That'd be
go.
fun.
And I got some beef cheeks that I was walking by through at Sam's Club the other day, and they had beef cheeks, like a whole
Get
bunch
out.
of them. Like, yeah, get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck
And
out of
so I'm
here.
like, beef cheeks? I like beef cheeks.
Beef cheeks.
So
How
I
do you
season
cook
up.
beef cheeks?
Well, beef cheeks, it's funny when you take beef cheeks out of the package.
Uh-huh.
It's like brains. I mean, there is so much shit and
Ew.
cartilage and not cartilage, silver skin. It's just horrible.
Uh-huh.
And the
Gross.
first time I took the beef cheeks, I trimmed all that stuff off.
Right.
And out of my 7 pounds of beef cheeks, I had like 2 pounds left.
Really?
And just because I'm like, what the hell? Because you just can't trim it the way you want to trim it.
Right.
And then I talked to my Texas boys, and I'm like, no. Just throw the damn beef cheeks on the cooker.
Really?
And so you cook them, you smoke them for 2 or 3 hours, and then you put them in a pan with beef broth and cook them till they're super ass tender. And they are tough as shit. I mean, they are. I was just trimming around a little bit last night, and they are tough as shit. But then you put them in, and when they get tender, they are the most velvety piece of meat ever. Now, the yield on them sucks.
Sure.
They're $6.99 a pound. By the time I'm get done, this can be $20 a pound meat cost,
Right.
and I'm probably only going to have 2 pounds left. But when
So how are
they're
you
done,
going
then
to eat it? How are you going to eat it?
I
Sandwiches or?
don't know whether I'm going to do beef cheek tacos
Oh,
or whether
never
I'm going to
thought about
do
that.
a rice bowl with
Okay.
beef
Okay.
cheeks and maybe a little soy sauce, green onions.
Right.
I don't know. Haven't decided. I got all day to think about that.
Okay. I was just curious how you serve them up, you know.
Yeah, I'll inspire today.
Okay.
It'll come to me all of a sudden. Right now, I'm leaning that it's going rice bowl, but I can also do rice bowl, or but I can also put tortilla shells, because if Sherry's sick of rice bowls, then she could have her own beef cheek tacos, because she likes
Have a
beef cheeks
taco.
too. And I'm not a big
Okay.
beef guy, you know that, but beef cheeks are
They're good.
kind of a delicacy. So
Okay. But Sam's had them, you say.
yeah, Sam's had
I
them.
wonder why.
Randy's
I
gonna
don't
go
know.
check his out today.
No, I don't want to go fight the crowd in Springfield.
Oh, that's a good point.
He wants to stay out on the farm.
Yeah. I had to run to town to Walmart yesterday. Oh, one thing I did. Have you guys ever done the online ordering and pickup at Walmart?
Yes.
No.
I've never done it, and it's the slickest goddamn thing you ever seen.
Randy, okay, you got lucky one
Don't-
time. Don't get used to it,
Don't
okay?
get me started on this, Randy.
Really?
I am an advent grocery
Advocate?
pickup. Yeah.
Oh, you're an advent.
Edwin.
I always do pickup. Always.
Right.
I'm the guy
Right.
on the inside of the store that loves to go to the grocery store and walk the aisles every day.
Yeah.
Right?
However,
And
on
on Sundays.
will you let
on
me finish?
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. However, don't get too into it, because you'll get in ruts where you don't get any good. Like, I get my produce and stuff. I let.
Bad idea.
No. I've heard that's not a good idea.
No, it's not. Like, if it's like little stuff, because like I go.
Cans,
drives my mom
tortillas.
nuts. Yeah, I drive my mom nuts. One day she asked me to go pick her up butter, and I did a Target pickup order so that it would be ready and I wouldn't have to go into the store to get it. I just grab
Right.
it and go. And she's like, "You did this for one thing?" And I was like, "Well, yeah. Why wouldn't you, you know?"
Now,
I'm a
what's your
big-
story, Darren?
Target
Well,
pickup girly.
here's my story. So normally, and I see this as really, really bad on Sundays. So Sunday morning, I'll go into Walmart, and I try and go early
Right.
because I don't want to fuck with the crowd, right?
Right.
So after breakfast, I'll go into Walmart, and I'm walking around, and there's 50 of these fucking pickup aisle carts everywhere.
Oh, I would
blocking
agree.
every
Same.
single thing.
Yeah.
Now-
I would agree.
My big beef with it is How much did that cost you to do curbside pickup, Randy?
Nothing.
How much? Nothing. Right. Nothing.
Nothing. Right.
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 Was there any additional cost to get you your free pickup?
Well, it depends.
They're paying somebody $20 an hour walking around with a cart picking.
Right.
Well,
Right.
Who pays?
But not
who
to
pays?
me. Yeah,
Who
we
pays
do
for
in the
that?
long run. Yeah, you're
Who
right.
pays for that? We all pay for that,
Right.
right?
can I?
Because of the
Okay,
price of the groceries include that.
I would agree with you. Never thought of it that way, but you're right.
okay. I could argue this
You better
so many different
start
ways.
arguing.
One, they're already paying those employees. It's not like they just hire specifically for pickup. They're already employees on staff. So
And
you're going to pay
okay,
for them regardless.
what were those employees doing?
Stocking shelves. Like they were
But then
already.
who stocks the shelves
they're-
when they're picking up stuff?
They have so many people on staff at Walmart. The people that used to run the checkouts that they don't even have open anymore. And that's why they started doing that long before curbside pickup even came around.
Right. So
it's just
if they do self checkout, then it should eliminate those people, which should eliminate cost of groceries.
Well,
no.
No.
You think Walmart's going to cut their prices in groceries just for funsies? No.
I'm just saying, to me, it's like the DoorDash model. I'm lazy. I don't want to go through the store. I want to save time. It's a convenience, just like DoorDash is. And so people pay more for DoorDash, right? They pay more to get their food delivered, but they don't pay more to pick up their groceries.
Okay. Here we go. First of all, you don't pay more on DoorDash. I mean, to pick up, there is the DoorDash fee.
What do you mean?
There's the people that always. It's just the people that upcharge their prices. Not everybody does that, and we've discussed that. You don't pay to pick up. It's free pickup.
There's right.
Okay, so there's free pickup. Okay, loop. 2, if you have less than $35 worth of this stuff at Walmart, they add an extra $12 for pickup. Okay?
Huh.
Okay, so that means they pick 2 things up, and but nobody's going to do that because nobody's going to do that.
Right. Exactly. So they spend more money.
Nobody's going to pay that $12.
Right.
No.
So they're spending more money, which means Walmart's getting more money, which means they're paying their employees just fine. And it's not affecting your price of groceries at all. You know who doesn't pay for pickup or who doesn't charge for pickup? Target. You know whose prices are still the same regardless? Target.
A lot higher than Walmart's prices.
And they always have been. That doesn't mean diddly shit. Better quality too.
I think it's probably going to happen I think there's going to be warehouses they're going to pick from instead of the store.
Yeah.
I think, or what I don't understand is, why don't they pick in the middle of the night?
A lot of them
and
do.
Get the fuck out of my way.
Okay, so it depends on what time the people are picking up the orders and what time they're scheduled, like what time they place the orders, because they do have night shifts that get like the 7 a.m. orders ready, 8 a.m. orders ready, stuff like that, which is when you get the best produce, Randy, just so you know.
Okay.
You know when I get the best produce? When I walk through and pick it out.
This is my thing. I don't know why we always have to associate convenience with laziness. I use the drive up out of convenience.
Okay. I will. Okay. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. I'll give you a convenience. I won't call it lazy. I'll call it convenience.
Sometimes I'm crushed for time.
I'll call it convenience. I'll take back my laziness comment. Convenience should have a price.
And no. Well, no. Nah. No.
Convenience should have a price.
Here's my thing, though.
Boy, did I open a can of worms.
Yeah,
Ooh,
Randy.
wow. Her mother and I just had this same argument
Yeah, because my
on,
mom's been
on,
doing
on
pickup
Wednesday.
orders. My mom's been doing pickup orders since the beginning of time. Because do you know how easy it is for her to place an order and then have Carter go pick it up? Boom.
Oh, she had to
You.
wait. She had to wait. She'll get mad when I say this. She had to wake the kids out of bed the other day because her Walmart pickup was coming and it had alcohol in it, so somebody had to sign for it.
That was delivery.
Oh, it was delivery, right? Yeah, it was
Yeah.
delivery. Which now, like I've been with Luke Darnell, and he's like, I'm just going to play. So for his contest, he just has a contest list of everything he picks up at Walmart. He just orders a contest list, and he pays like I don't know $99 a year or whatever to get Walmart delivery. And so all of a sudden, just his groceries show up at the doorstep being delivered for $99 a year, right? And so we're somewhere. I can't remember. We're somewhere competing, and all of a sudden he's like, yeah, I'll just order it to Walmart. It'll be here in a few hours. Boom. We were in Idaho. He's like,
Oh, man.
yeah. Isn't it crazy?
Yeah.
Not a fan.
All right.
I'm just not a fan of the cards because they're always in my way.
I would agree with you
I'm
that
like,
way.
Well, here's the crazy.
I'm like, could you get the fuck
Here's
out of
the
the
thing
way?
about you.
I mean, some of the aisles are lined full that I'm like, hey, I wouldn't mind looking at something here. Can I split the carts?
Yeah.
And
just a
normally
little
they're
walk with you.
normally they're 3/4 of the aisle down picking something else. They just park them in one spot. But if you go on a Sunday morning, some bitches got one whole. They got
Okay.
aisle. The baking aisle is fucking full.
Darren.
Huh.
I'm just old school.
Okay. What else
and
we
that's
got
fine.
for today?
No, I'm not. I'm gonna say this. The world doesn't revolve around you, okay? Just because it's an inconvenience for you means diddly squat to me. God,
We'll just
Randy,
agree to disagree.
There
it's
you
our
go.
favorite thing to do.
Okay.
God.
Let us know in the comments whether you think
What do you think of the
here's
whole
the
Walmart
thing.
pickup?
Everyone is always Team Darren, so it's gonna be like, I would never waste my time doing drive up. Okay, guys. I like to take my dogs places. I load them up with me, go pick up my groceries, we get a little outing, whatever. Go to the dog park, do the whole thing. It's a convenience.
it is. And convenience comes with a price.
There you go. All right.
The end.
Doesn't have
Okay.
to.
The end. The end. We're out of here.
Okay. Randy's like, I gotta get it. Randy has to go to the bathroom.
No, I
Gotta
don't.
poop.
No, I don't. No, I don't.
If you haven't already, follow us on social media at Q the Mic Pod. Find us on YouTube at Q the Mic Podcast. Like, follow, subscribe, comment, do other things. You know the drill. Randy, take it away.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Can we just get a quick condensed farm report?
Yeah, I
Oh.
got it right here.
Oh my God. We're going to be the longest podcast ever.
Here's something that you'll find interesting. Researchers at Iowa State University are warning that a recent study shows potential path for the spread of a highly pathogenic avian influenza, urging backyard flock owners to stay vigilant? Yeah.
Yes.
During peak migration seasons. So that shit's coming back.
It's coming back. I've already been told that 2 months ago by my meat guy. Expect turkey prices to be up $1 a pound in the spring.
We've talked about the bird flu 3 weeks in a row.
Okay. And then corn was down for the week. Corn was down on 1 3/4. Soybeans were down 4.5. Wheat was down 3 3/4, and live cattle were up $1.75, and hogs were down just about $1 for the week.
And who brought that farm report to us?
Brought to you weekly by First National
First
Bank
National
of
Bank
Lawrenceville,
of
where we're always swatting for your business.
All right. Hit us
You
with
got
the
to
boom,
remember next
Randy.
week to do my review on my barbecue cleaner.
Okay.
Okay, we'll do your review on your barbecue cleaner.
Got something to look forward to.
People will be on edge waiting for that. Or they can
Yeah.
get our internet, our social media, and we got it on there. Oh,
Don't tell them.
Okay. All right. Boom, 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 boom. Out of here. Done. Finished.
All right.
Boom. We're gone.
We'll
Right.
see you
See you.
guys next week.